I just want to take a moment to appreciate those weird little useless wiggly arm things that proto-drakes have. Like, I fucking love it. Fucking love it. Raszageth will be all like, "You will die, motherfuckers," and I'm just like, "Heh, look at those angry little t-rexasaurus arms."
Thralls, balls! They're everywhere!
Thralls Balls, the World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Bentolas, Gershom, and Woolly. Ooh, what's up, swingers? Okay, so first things first, I'm sick, you can probably tell, but I'm here anyway because, as Freddie Mercury said, hell yeah. It took an embarrassingly long amount of time to make that little button. So, from the Thralls Balls headquarters in the grizzly lands of Wisconsin, I am Woolly, and welcome to episode 74 of Thralls Balls. Today we have a guest, our friend, tank, and guild master, even though the guild is sort of like council run, Khell. Hi, Khell. Gershom and Bentolas are here as well. Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, swingers? I'm sorry, Willie, that cold open. I feel like when Nose Dormu said, "We accepted the Titans' gifts," and they did not. I feel like he left out like the Titans' gifts of arms. Like, we accepted the Titans' gifts of working arms, and they did not. Sorry. Hi, Khell. Hi, Bent.
The Titans gave them the right to bear arms, you could say. No, we're not fucking going there. This isn't that kind of podcast.
Gave them the right to dragon arms. Or so, fuck it. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Raszageth would probably be
bears.
unkillable if she had real arms and not T-Rex ones.
Yeah. I mean, as many times as we wipe.
But like, she's a proto-drake, so they all sort of look like that. Sorry, I just slammed my cup on the desk.
Well, I mean, you're fine for fucking sound effects, because halfway through the intro, my computer made one of those Windows error sounds, so that probably got into the mix.
Donk, 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 donk.
So, hello, we have said hi. Khell, you're here. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, thanks for having me. Really looking forward to this.
Yeah, we've been trying to get you on for a while now, haven't we? And that's kind of squarely on us for, not being like, "Hey, come on," when you've been asking. So, here you are.
Yeah. Like I said, looking forward to it, and thanks for bringing me along on this one.
Hell yeah. Something I should have told you guys before we started recording. If you hear me coughing, that's not going to get into the mix, because I have my microphone specifically for OBS recording is on push to talk. Even though you'll hear it in Discord, it won't be in the mix. Hi, everybody. Listen to me talking to everybody like we're not recording. Anyway, so Khell, we got a couple questions here to help the swingers get to know who you are. There's only 5 of them, so what I want to know, and I'm going to have these other guys ask the questions too, but let's start out with, how did you first get into WoW in the first place?
I started playing World of Warcraft in 2005, a couple months after it came out. The reason why I started is because I had teenage nephews that were playing the game, and all the negative talk about World of Warcraft and how it's warping young people's minds. Their parents were a little concerned, so I actually tried the game out and actually got hooked. I thought it was a great game. I started playing Horde. I don't remember the server, but it was the server my nephews played on, and they played Alliance, so I rolled Horde, and my goal was to try and find them in game and kill them.
I like it. So 2005, that would have been 18 years ago now. So
that's so classic.
Yeah,
so
I started.
You would have been 72 years old.
I started playing the summer. I think it was spring summer 2005, and I had my first child in the fall in the fall.
Damn.
So,
just to let everybody know, Khell's not actually 90 years old. That's just kind of a running joke in the guild that Khell's old.
I'm the old soul in the guild.
old,
Yes.
the old head. Yeah, I know. I'm there too. I'm there. Don't worry.
All right, well, that's actually a really cool story for getting in. I honestly thought you started playing more recently than that.
Did you ever find your nephews and kill them?
No, I didn't realize how big the world actually was. And
My brother. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
and I started being Horde. I started on the opposite continent as them. I had no concept of traveling on boats or zeppelins. I was just kind of running around like, hey, where are these guys?
Like in Classic, like the only place you could go to really kill an alliance was like to go to Ashenvale or something like that, where there'd be like some night elves and stuff like that. But my brother and I used to play hide and seek in WoW, so I totally get that vibe. We were a little older. We were in our like early 20s, but we would do the same thing.
So, there was a question that popped into my head and I've lost it. Shit, what was it? Oh, was it even a PvP server?
It was, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that would have been hilarious if you did put all that work into that and then couldn't do it without dueling. Hilarious.
Well, and it was kind of funny because I worked with my older nephew. He worked with me, and so while we were at work, I kept asking him questions like, "How does the game work? Like, what? Oh, servers. What server do you play?" So I was trying to always hint at where they were, and then I would go home at night after work, and then I would try and find that place. But
that's
again,
hilarious.
That is rad.
Yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing at the time.
Nobody did.
No. So, but it was fun.
Hey, Bent, because the next question is a guild question. Makes sense if you ask.
Yeah, so I guess the next question we had for you was, why did you decide to form your own guild, collect a company? What drove you to do it? And do you think it was a good idea or what?
Okay,
well, now people make fun of him for being old, so...
Yeah. That's a good question. I played casually for, I would say, about 13 of those 18 years I've been playing. I worked on the road a lot, so shoddy internet and just lack of time. I did my own thing in WoW. I started raiding in Legion a little bit, but I wasn't very good. Being a casual player, didn't really push myself a lot. So when I started raiding and found out how hard it was, I kind of stopped. Didn't think I can cut it. But when I came back, I decided to make my own guild. One, in a selfish way, because it would give me a spot where I can hopefully do that kind of content, get the people that would like, in same similar situations as me that might not be great at raiding, but want to do the content. So we wanted to start something a little more casual, or I did. So I set it up as a reroll guild. Kind of posted on the forums, got quite a bit of, attention at first. We had quite a few people signed up. We did a leveling. I think we had like some roadblocks. Like we could start at 10. You can only go so far.
I don't remember
at certain times. Like and again, that was a while ago now. But so we all hit kind of max level, and our first taste of raiding was Nyalotha. And we actually, our first few raid nights, we did organized LFR, if that makes sense.
Oh God, you're making me remember Bat.
Yeah, we got our as many guildies who wanted to come. We joined as a group and got a bunch of pugs, and we killed LFR bosses for a couple weeks. So, yeah. But yeah, and if it was a good idea, I think it ended up being a great idea. I think the group we have, through all the trials and tribulations, the group we have now is a very solid group, and it's a fun group of people to play with. And that's the main thing for me, was to get people of like-minded and people who wanted to do the same kind of content, to get together a couple times a week and play. And I met a lot of good people here and a lot of people that I consider really good friends. So to me, it's a huge success. I hope everyone that comes in finds some form of enjoyment with the guild. It don't always work out. We've had people that come in and they leave, but you can't make everyone like you, and I really don't have the energy to try. So
especially if they're gonna, throw loot drama around. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Yes, I did. So, okay, I don't remember who was all part of the reroll. Is there anyone else of us that are still there? Like,
So there's you, myself, Kaz, Easy, Lit, and I think that might be it from the original startup.
yeah, because I can't remember who came in after and who didn't. Like, and it's funny that you mentioned Nyalotha, because the earlier raids we tried to do, we had, let's see, how do I put this delicately? Trouble in the healing department. We had one really good healer and a few others that didn't really cut it.
Yeah,
So-
and we tried our best, to work with people, because I didn't feel like bringing people in the guild and then just kind of like, oh, you can't cut it, so we got to let you go. We tried our best to like push forward with what we had, but we just hit a wall in normal. I think it was
Yeah.
normal, or it might have been early heroic,
I think it was
where
normal.
we hit a hard wall where we just basically, we had to let people just tell them like, hey, we're gonna go in with a very small group, and we did it with 10 people, like I think bare minimum maybe 11, and we just learned the fights that way and then started to grow. And I think that's how it was good, because for myself and for a few people, learning the fights so that we can then start teaching the fights and explain the fights. That's how I learned how to raid, is just slowly figuring it out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny that you described yourself as not very good, because I actually think you're one of the better tanks I've ever raided with.
I
So-
consider myself above average.
Yeah.
But before that, I didn't consider myself a great player. I just, I spent my 3 or 4 hours at night just doing what I wanted to do, mostly solo. So
Gershom, you want to hit the next question?
I totally can. Khell, can you tell us a little bit about your original main and whatever you're maining now? I know you're maining your tank now, but do you mind telling us about your original main and what you're maining now?
So my original main, I made an orc hunter when I was trying to chase down my nephews in game. But I guess if I played casually, like I did that for a bit, but I also just rolled a bunch of classes. I just wanted to try them out. Like I said, I had very little time and poor internet. But then just before TBC, I think the servers did their first, like they introduced brand new servers. So I jumped on a brand new server. The Blood Elves were just coming out, I think. So I rolled a Blood Elf Hunter on Cairn, and that became my main server. I played there for years with a good group of people. So I played a Blood Elf Hunter. I still have that Hunter, actually. It's on Thrall right now.
Right on.
But yeah, I played Blood Elf Hunter right up until Wrath, and then I dabbled in Death Knight.
Is that what got you interested in tanking? What class is your current tank?
Right now I'm playing a Prot Warrior.
But like what
And-
race? Sorry, I meant race.
Oh, Blood Elf. Blood Elf.
Okay.
Blood
okay.
Elf Prot Warrior. Yeah.
But is the Death Knight what got you into tanking a bit, or?
No, I didn't tank until I started Collect a Company. We got all the re-rollers came in. We were trying to decide who's doing what. I decided to play Paladin because I had never played Paladin before, and I figured in a pinch I can do whatever needed to be done to fill a role, and tanking was it. So I bit the bullet and just jumped into tanking.
Yeah, well, glad you did. There was even a little bit there that maybe one fight that I tanked on my Demon Hunter. Probably the easiest fight to tank ever, to be honest. That fucking, what was
was
his
Mott.
name? Yeah, that's the
Yep.
boss we hit the wall on too.
I think so.
Yeah, jeez, damn. It's weird how it's been a while because it still feels sort of fresh.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that long ago, but I think we're coming up on it's the 3rd or 4th year. We started this.
Yeah,
It's the
third
third.
because we started early 2020, didn't we?
I think so.
Yeah. Damn. Crazy. So I'm gonna roll these last two questions into one. What is your favorite thing about the game, and then your least favorite thing?
So right now, I think my favorite part of the game is just group content, PvE. I really enjoy raiding. I look forward to getting together with the group, but that's the part that I enjoy the most. It's playing with the group. I like overcoming the challenges and obstacles that raiding sometimes presents itself. But I'm slowly starting to get more and more into Mythic Plus. I didn't do any Mythics in BFA. I didn't touch it when it came out in Legion because I was still a little bit too casual. But then Shadowlands, I started going, and I ended up getting KSM in Season 4. So that was kind of a crux for me to push a little bit. But with the release date being around Christmas, I lost a couple weeks. So I'm slowly starting to get into Mythic Plus now. Other than that, I think leveling is one of my favorite things to do as well. I consider myself quite good at it. I'm really fast, and I enjoy trying to find routes that can bring my times down. So I spent one whole summer, I think it was in BFA when we had nothing going on, that I'd level a character as fast as I can, delete it, and then try to beat that time. And that was
fucking
just
deleted it.
Yeah, I was running out of character limit, so yeah. But least favorite, I would say probably like I don't do much PvP. I don't even really enjoy it when I do it. I just get frustrated with that, and I do not understand pet battling. I tried, I just don't get it.
It's like Pokemon. Yeah,
it's not even like Pokemon. I can play
it is.
Pokemon. I can play Pokemon. I can't play that.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, so the PvP thing, like, I like Battlegrounds, but I'm not by any means a high-end PvPer, and if you go into fucking random Battlegrounds, there's always some dickhead screaming, do this, do this, do this, you suck, and being toxic and shit. Like, damn, bro, you want to direct the Battleground, that's fine, but you don't gotta be a douche about it, you know?
Yeah, I think the most fun I've had in PvP was when Korok's Revenge first came out.
Oh, that shit's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we had just started the guild not that long before, and I remember spending, I don't know, like weeks just leveling alts through Korok's Revenge. And I think that's how I got my first alt army kind of leveled up.
Did you ever do Alterac Valley? Since you started in Classic, did you ever do any Alterac Valley like way back in the day? Like not just the time walking one where they send you back, but like the real actual like 3-day long Alterac Valleys. Did you do them?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I remember we went in, we had a small group on our little guild on Cairn, and 5 of us went into an AV, and I think it was 7 o'clock my time, and I think it was around 1 a.m. and I'm like, guys, I gotta work tomorrow. I have to get out. And it was still
you
going.
had sleeping cycles. No, you had to have your roommates like jump in and play each other's tunes.
Oh.
That's how bad it was. That's how I got my Warwolf.
That was the one battleground that just went on forever. I hear people saying that they would go a long time, but that's the one I took part in that, yeah, it just didn't end.
I can't relate, but I imagine people fucking hated that at the time, but then now look back on it fondly. That sounds like the kind of thing that would
I think we actually sort of liked it. As far as I remember, yeah, I never really hated it. I thought it was funny. I was just like, cool. We can literally come in here. It was different back then. Like they didn't have like conquest or anything like that back then. It was just straight up honor points is all they had. But the thing was, you guys heard me mention like how you'd have people jump in and play your character and stuff. Like basically, so like at this point in my life, I was living in like a 5-bedroom house with like 11 people. Like we were totally doing like the co-op thing. And it was like people would just play each other's characters, because at this point in Classic, if you logged off or you didn't play, you would lose honor points. People forget that, I think. And I don't know, like, if Khell, if you remember that or not, but like you would lose honor. You would jump back on and have less honor than you had gained all the whole day before. Well, so that's why we had like a cycle of people playing our tunes like all day long, because these battlegrounds would go for like 4 days, and you would log off for like, say, like, 6 or 8 hours to sleep or whatever, and you come back and you had lost honor.
Damn, that sounds awful.
It was awful. We had to geek the system. we had to make people play our characters all day, every day.
Geek the system. I like that.
Yeah, it was weird.
All right. Well, again, thanks for coming on the show, Khell. Really glad to have you here. Thanks for answering our questions. Not to put you on the spot with them or anything, even though
No, that's fine.
Yeah, peeling back the curtain, which is a phrase I feel like we've said a lot on this show. I didn't have notes ready until like an hour and a half ago, so these guys have been very gracious rolling with me on that. How about we do actually have a TB time to do today? So let's move on to the... Oh, no. I'm tripping my own self up. What have we all been up to in WoW? I'll just go ahead and start with that. Outside of Raid, I didn't get to do very much this week. I have been continuing to screw around with my Feral Druid. My Evoker... I don't remember if I got a key in. I'm so bad at time management that life has been super busy between planning a wedding and this new job I've gotten that I don't get on nearly as much as I want, and I somehow need to find time to spend with my wonderful fiance. So it's tough, you know? But when I did get on, what I have been trying to work on is my centaur rep, because I want a green drake for my druid, you know, because I plan to take him back to night elf like he previously was. For my evoker Jasperon, I am not good at evoker, so what I've been trying to do is a little more theory crafting, some more specific insight on the fights in the raid, which I again didn't have time to do, and my parses reflect that. But I also want to point out there is a fuckload of people raiding as an evoker, so the bigger that pool is, the harder it is to parse well. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, so we went into the raid, as I'm sure these other two who raid in the guild will tell you. We got Raszageth normal down, which took longer than I thought it would, but that is a fun fight. I maintain that's a fun fight. I enjoy it. And then we went in and we got Aranog, Heroic. Did we go straight to Council after that? I don't remember.
We did.
Yeah, and we didn't get that kill down. It's some mechanics that we gotta iron out a bit there. Yeah, how about you guys?
I want to hear from Bentolas.
Yeah,
What
Ben,
been
you
doing,
haven't
homie?
said very much, man. That's
Yeah,
my fault.
I've been quiet. You kind of touched on basically what we did in raid. I've been doing my mythic pluses. I got my monk KSM, and this week I'm hoping to finish KSM on my demon hunter. So that's really it.
So the achievement is character specific?
No, I mean it's account wide now, but I just I hit my 2K rating and then I accomplished what I wanted to get done. So now I gotta push for 3K rating on both my next character.
There you go. Yeah, well, Khell, how about you? What have you been up to other than our raid?
Last week I managed to get all of my 13 classes level to 70. So I got that that box checked off, I guess. I was able to do it
You
through...
are really, wow, that is like a part-time job.
That's
That is
crazy.
insane. I'm sorry.
That's-
You
Well,
just
I had-
had 13 people to 70.
I had the week off. My kids had Christmas break, so I took the week off as well. And time walking
Speaking
was...
of your kid, you said you had your kid back around like TBC time, so your kid is like
my
16,
oldest,
17 years old, right?
he's 18 and graduated.
Oh, thank
Damn.
God. I mean, it's different. Mine are 8 and 10, or about to be 8 and 10, so I'm like thick in the pudding of like parenthood, just like school and curriculars. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, time walking ended up being a very quick way to level. The experience was busted
Oh yeah.
after
big time.
after the first round of fixes, because when it first came out, it was really hard, way overtuned. But yeah, once I noticed that, I figured I was going to take advantage of that system in case they decide to fix it for the next time walking. So I managed to get that done, and then Tuesday night on reset, I think I just did some LFR, and I killed some world bosses on some of these alts just to see if I can start getting some gear on them. And then yeah, we had raid, and this week has been busy, so I haven't really been able to get much done this week as I would like, but I'm hoping to do some keys today, maybe tomorrow, and finish up the week with some keys on a bunch of characters.
1370s didn't get much done. I'm joking. I don't even have a second 70 yet.
Well, that was the week before, so I just kind of
fair.
Trying to plug that in a little bit. I think it's I know a lot of people probably got more than 13, but it was a bit of a grind.
Have you made an evoker alt?
Yep.
Is he 70?
Of course.
Yep.
Of course he is. What the fuck?
Why wouldn't you make an evoker alt?
Right?
How do you
And also make
like
it 70.
How do you feel about the way the evoker plays?
So I can't really say I have a good handle on it because I just kind of went in. I run a Luxthos weak ore package, so basically you get some buttons that show up. So I just kind of put those buttons that are on his weak auras on my bars, and then just tried to figure. So by the time I was about 64, 65 in the dungeons, it was starting to flow a little bit, but it's a little clunky, I find.
Yeah,
but I think
can be.
it would take a lot. It would take a lot of practice, I think, for me to get a hang of it. But it's the potential's there, I think.
Travis is pretty good at it, I'd say.
Yeah, he seems to have it down pat.
For those who don't know, Travis is our other evoker DPS. We have 3 evokers, one's a healer. I'm not good, Travis is good, but what is a nice unintended consequence of having the guild split between servers and even factions is Travis and I are the only ones who raid from the Proudmoore guild. So we're able to use guild chat like, hey, is this talent better in this situation or whatever. It's actually been helping me, but I'm still parsing like shit. I'll get there. I'm just trying to survive and learn the fights. Gershy Squirts, haven't said that in a while. What have you been up to?
Well, I haven't been squirting, just
Oh my god.
cool, I guess. I'm actually, so how far are we into the expansion? Like almost 2 months, right? Something like that?
Yeah.
I am literally just starting to feel like organized with what I'm doing when I log on every day. I'm not gonna lie, like the past couple of weeks actually felt like a little intimidating. Like I didn't really know what to do. So I've just been sort of casually pulling in like, what I'm doing. I want to get my renown first, and then I do my weeklies, and then I do like the Dragonbane Keep and the hunts and stuff. I actually for like a month have not been back to the Obsidian Citadel. That shit is a pain in my ass. I know there's like a lot of cool stuff and I'm Team Rathian, but it's hard over there. Like even when you find a group, I've just been having a lot of trouble. Like the groups just run around and do whatever they want, and you don't get to loot anything because you're not there. I don't know. It's just weird. Like no one's cooperating over there. So like you look for a group and it's like, it's kind of pointless. Like you may as well just go and kill the little flame elementals and slowly get pieces. It's weird.
Early on, there were so many people doing it that it didn't matter that people weren't really paying attention or not paying attention, organizing very well. And so I was doing that, and after I got Rathian to be my BFF buddy of sorts, I was like, I'm not going there anymore. Not doing it.
Yeah, you said that it was a lot of farming, and I was like, well, I'm gonna head over there and I'm gonna check it out. And bro, it's a lot of farming. Like you were not fucking around. And I'm not in the mood. I think the most keys I've ever built in one like night of playing was like 3 keys. And I feel like it's a super grind. Like, and as someone who doesn't mind the average grind, like, 100 plus reputations at this point, that's totally fine. But it's like, this is really getting on my last nerves. But I think the only other thing I did was, speaking of grinds, I got my my Valdrakken to 12. So I was like, oh, you're gonna get like a new phase of the story. And I was like, cool, that'll be pretty rad. Dude, it sends you to tier hold, and that was my shit. Oh my god, I love it. Like, I've mentioned it before on several platforms across the WoW universe, how much I'm into Titan tech and how much I want to see this shit go down. And when you go to tier hold, that shit is there. You're there with Stony Tony, and it's the Ulduar music, and you're plugging in computer. Dude, it's rad, right? Like, you're playing around in tier hold. Have you guys done that? Or...
I am not 12 renowned with Valdrakken Accord, which is weird because that's the easiest rep to get.
I mean, I just haven't been playing a lot either, and I had totally forgot that I had something to go do there, and then it just opened up into like the most mind-blowing like quest line. I just love that shit so much. But I feel like, Khell, were you gonna say something?
Oh no, you just asked if I'd done the quest line, and yeah, I did it. I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, tell me a bit about how you felt, because I'm over here gushing. I mean, he did call me Gershie Squirts. That's an old inside joke too, but...
So, yeah, I enjoy the story that WoW has. I'm not really... I don't stay up on it a lot, but I enjoyed the whole aesthetic of the tier hold. I enjoyed that you got sent into the dungeon to kind of finish it up. I don't know. I thought it was a good extra quest. I was confused at first because I wasn't expecting. I didn't even realize that your renown opened up quests. To be honest. So
I actually had. This will be the last thing I mention about what I did this week. But I actually had an issue with Halls of Infusion. So the first one I got, I had to go get like. You know what? It's actually not important because there's like 2 or 3 quests in Halls of Infusion, and I went to go do them, and right at the last boss, like on the Primal Tsunami, I think it's called, or something like that, I kept like getting kicked. And I tried again and I got kicked, and I was like, well, I'm not doing very great. So like the 3rd time I went in and I just really hauled ass. I took a screenshot. I was 2nd in DPS, just like a hunter should be. And I still got kicked. So I finally texted the guy. I whispered him, and I was like, hey, why did you kick me? And he goes, I didn't. Look at your combat log. So I look, and it was like everyone left the dungeon at the same time, right on the last boss. So I assumed it was a bug. So I went again with a different group on like LFG, and the same thing happened. So I submitted a report, and I haven't heard anything. So I couldn't get Halls of Infusion done this week, which sucks because I have like 3 quests in there.
I'm really confused by that.
Yeah, it's really weird. But it was just like everyone just kept getting kicked. Like, but then I mentioned it in my guild too, my Horde guild, Helion. I was like, does anyone want to go try doing Halls of Infusion? Because I keep getting kicked and I don't understand why. And then someone whispered me from my guild, and they were like, it's a bug. Like, everyone's getting kicked out at the last boss. Yeah, so I was able to basically put the obvious pieces together. Something's wrong with the dungeon. So I submitted a report, and I haven't heard anything.
That sucks. Yeah, there are a couple dungeons I have not done yet. There's that. I haven't done Academy yet. I haven't done I forget the name of it, the Knoll one in the Tuscar land of the blubbery walrus people.
Brackenhide Hollow.
That one.
That place is going to be awful when it comes down.
Yes,
so
it
Halls
will.
of Infusion is my first dungeon. That's what's so weird, is I'm having the worst kind of funkiest luck in this dungeon. I haven't done any of them yet, except when I tried to do no coup defensive, and I kept getting lost in the tornadoes.
Yeah, I don't know. We've already talked about how much I'm not crazy about that, and neither are you. Is Halls in the Mythic Plus rotation right now, or no?
Not this season.
Okay. Academy?
There's Academy is, yes.
See, I only know that Azure Vaults is because it just so happens that every key I've run so far has been Azure Vaults. So, weird. Okay, let's move on to. Oh, did you have more? Actually, I should ask.
No, I think that was plenty.
Cool. All right, let's move on to Teabag Time.
I am restless.
Teabag Time.
All right, this isn't really so much a review as it was just a random comment on our TikTok video that was just announcing our last episode. And I used the cold open from last episode in regards to the raw mogging, and this person just commented on that idea. They're like, yes. Oh, their name, Demons89 with a Z. They said, yes, I had no idea what to call it this whole time, but it fits. So the only reason I'm even reading a comment from the video on the show is because I want to highlight, yes, I am putting our things on TikTok now. It's looking like it's going to be 2 videos each week for each episode. One that's just like the cold open announcing the episode, and another video that'll have the question of the week, which last week I didn't make a video for that. So if you wanted, after we start putting the questions there, I'm jumping ahead, you can totally answer on TikTok at ThrallsBallsPod. We're also at ThrallsBallsPod on Twitter and Instagram and Hive. Similarly, if you want to submit feedback, you can do it on any of those places. You can email us to thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. And you can also submit a review in the podcast directory at bonusroll.gg. Yeah. Seems like a lot to just make a segment out of just reading a comment, but, you know, maybe I just wanted an excuse to listen to the fucking bumper. You don't know me.
It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah!
All right, I feel like my sore throat voice is really fucking with me. So, we have the mixed drink of the week now, and before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody to please only partake of the mixed drink, or any alcohol for that matter, if you are of legal age or legal whatever to do so. Furthermore, we're not responsible for any dumb shit that may befall you as a result of your own dumb shit. So we have been going through various in-game drinks and bringing them to life. This week, excuse me, this week I am up and I have the Kungaloosh drink. So, I would like you 3 to each guess what's in it, and I would like you to self-direct that guess while I run for a bottle of water. I'll still be able to hear you. And go, Gershom first.
No, Bent first.
The Kungaloosh. Sounds tropical. Jägermeister, Fireball, Mountain Dew.
That is not tropical at all, bro. What the fuck? You said it sounds tropical. What
It
the
does,
fuck?
but like you mix it together and it's got this like lightish green little look to it.
That sounds gross. What does Khell have? Sorry, sorry,
So
but it sounds gross.
This is probably the segment that I probably would have had the most anxiety about. I'm not a huge drinker outside of beer, so mixed drinks aren't my jam, but when I saw Kungaloosh, I'm with Bent. I thought tropical, and I'm gonna go to a drink that I had when I was much younger, but I'm gonna guess like
I hope
a
it didn't
Coke.
have alcohol in it.
Absolutely coconut rum of some sort, like a Malibu. Maybe 2 shots of that with equal parts pineapple juice and Sprite. That's my guess.
That's a very good Kungaloosh. So I would go with, so in a shaker, I'm gonna put apple juice, orange juice, pineapple juice, and top the rest off with regular vodka, shake it up, and pour it into shots.
Okay, so Gershom was actually the closest. Khell in a close second. And Bent is so far in third that he's debating giving up. So, what this is... Jesus, I'm so sorry, everybody. I sound terrible. So, we have And also, I'm not drinking this for obvious reasons. I'm going to give it a try next week so I can, relate how it is. But we start with a base of strawberry banana body armor drink. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like a better Gatorade. We're adding a splash of pineapple juice, a splash of orange juice, and yes, mixing in 2 shots of Malibu, 3 if you really want to fuck up shit. You fuck shit up. Yeah. And then yes, you do shake all that. You can pour it into shots, but I would take it as a mixed drink. So if I were drinking it, I would say I would prefer somebody who doesn't sound like they've smoked 4 packs a day for the last 40 years to say it. Wait, let's have Khell say
let's let Khell do it. Yeah.
You know what to say, don't you?
I'm gonna pass.
Oh, come on. Hold on. I'll start and then you can finish. Over the lips, through the gums, look out, asshole.
Yeah, there we go. Now I think about
I
it.
wish he would say it now. I wish he would say it now too.
Khell, you don't swear, do you? I don't know if I've ever heard you swear.
I swear in officer chat quite a bit.
Oh, I believe that. I imagine there was a bit of that going on during raid the other day.
I thought there was like a Canadian thing about like how nice Canadian people were.
Oh, you
Yeah,
could be
I've got-
nice, but swear.
I got an image to uphold here.
Yeah, so Canadians are polite, but let me tell you, one of the most violent things I've ever seen did happen in Ontario.
That's no surprise.
This guy, he was dressed like a 1980s American fucking goth. It was weird. But there's this pizza in Stratford that we were eating at. And it was owned and operated by a Middle Eastern family. He comes up, he spits on the window. We're like, what the fuck? What does this do? What's happening here? Then we see a police car. Then one of their delivery guys comes in the building crying. Turns out he was beating the shit out of the delivery guy with a chain because they were Middle Eastern. Like, what the fuck? That's the most violent thing I've ever seen, and it was in Stratford, Ontario. Yeah.
Well, I guess I was wrong about Canadian people being nice. Sorry.
Park in the street, don't come up the laneway. Okay, so next week, I have lost track of what order we're going in. Is it Gershom or Bent next week?
My
It's Ben's turn.
Bent? All right, Bent, what are you doing?
The Lady Moonberry Juice.
Yes! Oh my god!
Is that
I was waiting
actually-
for-
Is that
No,
actually a
it's
drink in game?
There's a
It's
drink
really called
called
Moonberry Juice, but I'm
Yeah.
calling it the Lady Moonberry Juice.
But so here's the thing though. Okay, here's the thing though. And I don't want to be a bitch, but that's technically not an alcoholic beverage.
That's why the lady part makes it one.
Okay.
Oh,
so we
gross.
can pick drinks in the game and just make them alcoholic. This is amazing.
Yeah. I feel like we might have said that before, or maybe I just thought it and didn't say it. No,
don't think
I
we did.
remember what we said. We said if it says ale or beer or whatever, it doesn't necessarily have to be a beer. Whatever. Pick whatever drink. You could even pick fucking basic water and say, oh yeah, it's just straight vodka.
It just has like Titan powers infused into it. It's no big deal. Don't worry about that. Just drink it.
All right, so that's the drink next week is Bentolas with the Moonberry Juice. I'm sorry, the Lady Moonberry Juice. Let's move on to WoW News.
Time for WoW News. Motherfuckers.
So, exciting stuff. We have a release date. I'm sorry, I have a cough drop. For patch 10.0.5. It is coming out January 24th for North America and 25th in the EU. So, what's in this patch? There are new Primal Storm events called Storm's Fury, and in that you get this Essence of the Storm dealie that you can exchange for some goodies. There's a mount in there, there's a pet in there. Also in the patch is White and Gray Transmog. Ooh.
About time.
Yeah, it's stupid that they didn't allow that before. And what I'm most excited for, the trading post. And for anybody who might not be aware, because there probably are people who don't know because some people don't pay attention to PTR because they want to be surprised. This is basically a little shop that sets up shop. A shop that sets up shop. Yep. In Stormwind and in Orgrimmar that has all kinds of little knickknacks you can buy. It's not like 402 gear or anything like that. It's like pets, mounts, transmog items. And no, it's not for IRL money. So don't be being like, oh, another cash grab from Blizzard, because that's not accurate. And I don't know how you get them, but what you spend at the Trader's Post is Trader's Tender, and you get 500 bonus Trader's Tender for purchasing Dragonflight, which does go retroactively, so if you've already purchased it, like basically everybody, you just get those. When the Trading Post comes out on, oh shit, what was that, February 1st? It doesn't come immediately with the patch, it's a little after. I heard you key up a couple times, Gershom. I'm sorry. What were you trying to say?
I think it's February 3rd. I think it's the week
3rd.
after. And there are going to be activities where you can earn the tenders. Yeah. I don't know what those are. I'm sure there's just I think there's just going to be different activities where you can earn the currency. So
do we have to bunk the beds so we have more room for activities?
Well, that's up to you, I guess.
That's from Step Brothers. I don't know if you ever saw it. So I'm sorry, I was supposed to mute my mic to cough. We have also in the patch dragon riding accessibility changes coming, which include things like the landscape darkening the faster you go. So like you have this clear focal point in the middle, but the edges turn dark. This is all for motion sickness. There's another option where it just puts a circle in the middle of the screen that helps you focus there, so to try to reduce the effect. But you can also combine these, and I don't suffer from motion sickness nearly as much as I did as a child, so I don't know how effective these are or are not. But to toggle them on, you'll go to your menu, you'll go to accessibility and general. So, also coming in the patch, well, no, not in the patch specifically, but like right before the patch, on January 23rd, the Inspiration Catalyst is going to be showing up. And that is like what the hell did we call it in Shadowlands? The something catalyst, creation catalyst, where you can turn non-tier gear into tier gear at the same eye level. And that's for the main 5 pieces, like your head, your shoulders, knees and toes, all that shit. Yeah, so that's coming. Look forward to that. I have my 2-piece, but maybe I can go suddenly grab my 4-piece, unless it's probably like time gated a bit, like the Creation Catalyst was.
Once a week.
Once a week, yeah, that makes sense.
You get one charge a week, yep.
And then after a while, they opened it up, didn't they? I don't remember because I didn't need it anymore.
Well, I think this time around, it's going to be 1 charge a week, but it's account wide. So all your alts, if you get your charge on your main, all your alts will have a charge as well.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I think they're going that way. Yeah,
I like that.
Because there's no currency this time around. It's just a charge.
Perfect. Okay, well, let's do question of the week.
Question, above, the week.
So, it's the question of the week. And last week we asked, if you woke up in Azeroth, what is the first thing you would do? I'm going to ask you guys to read the first 2 and then say what your answers are so I can rest my voice a little, if you don't mind.
Sure, I'll go first. So Shanty Man said he would search for the Crimson Steer recipe and create an energy drink empire. That's interesting. Did you guys see that energy drink that got released in London? That was like, it's like €100 to buy it.
What the fuck?
No, why?
Yeah,
No.
I forget what it's called. Hold on, let me find a link.
Wait, they don't use euros in London.
Pounds, whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, while he's doing that, Gershom, you want to read Aaron's?
Oh yeah, Aaron said the first thing if he wakes up in Azeroth, he's gonna die because I'm not used to Azeroth's litany of diseases. I feel like that's kind of bogus. I don't know. Like Azeroth's a Titan. I don't think she has a million diseases. Although there are a lot of plagues across the land, so
Yeah.
hopefully one of the first ones doesn't catch you.
What was that one that all the orcs had? Red pox or something like that?
Yeah, red
We
pox.
wouldn't be
Yep.
used to that. It would probably kill us.
Yeah, but if red pox was in a Worgen area, well, maybe because the orcs came in and fucked up Gilneas. I don't know.
Oh, it's called Prime, and it was made by
Prime.
KSI and Logan Paul.
Oh,
God.
gross. Fuck Logan Paul. Why is it so expensive?
Because it's like a custom release one. So what's happening is like technically it's only supposed to be like $2 and then $24 for a 12-pack, but it's sold out so quickly that the stores are just price gouging.
Oh, I see. Listen. Logan Paul can go fuck himself, and that's all I ever want to say about him on this show ever again. Okay, well, what about you guys? Khell, what would be the first thing you would do if you woke up in Azeroth?
I think the first thing I would do, I would probably run off what Aaron had said there, but I think I would purposely die and see if I can run the Shadowlands and corpse walk.
Ooh, now there's an idea. What covenant do you think you would get sent to?
I got a funny feeling I would probably be sent to Night Fae.
See, I'm a bit of a bastard, so I'd probably be sent to Revendreth. If only because my dirty jokes are just awful. Ben, what about you?
1, I would have a celebratory drink or 4. 2, I would go straight to fucking Ardent Wheel and kill Malfurion Star Raid.
Listen, here's the thing. I don't know if that's a spoiler, because I don't know if that's on the PTR or if it's like a quest line in the game.
I think it's common knowledge at this point.
It is, but actually...
that he's swapped with the Ysera.
That's a real question, though. Is that PTR, or is that something that's in the live game?
No, it's in the game. It's in the live game.
How do you do it?
You have to unlock a certain renown to unlock the story.
Oh, I imagine that's with the Green Dragon flight. That would make sense.
Which would be the Centaur, right? Because Ysera, so it would be the Centaur.
Oh,
renown.
yeah, you're right. Not Green Dragon flight, Centaur.
No, because the Centaur are intrinsically tied to the Green Dragonflight. Like when you play the quest line,
right.
Yeah, Matheria shows up at the end and blah blah blah. So,
which is funny because I'm pretty sure before the dragons left the Dragon Isles, they were in conflict with the Centaurs, weren't they? Like lore wise. I don't know. Oh. No, that's stupid. I was gonna say maybe that's why the Tauren don't like centaurs, but no, that's entirely different. Gershom, what would you do?
I think if I was Gershom and I would wake up in the like Echo Isles where the trolls wake up, and Gershom would definitely roll a big fat blunt and fry a fish for his breakfast. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Simple. Yep.
Well, as for me, if I woke up and I was in Azeroth, I got 3 different answers. If I just woke up as myself, I think the first thing I would do is... shit. Yeah, that's the first thing I would do. I would shit. I would shit myself because, holy crap, I'm in Azeroth. That works. If I woke up as my current main, so as Jasper on my Dracthyr Evoker, the very first thing, no hesitation, I'm hitting soar. I'm gonna go fly around in the sky all on my own wings powering me. Fuck yeah, that sounds amazing. If I woke up as the character that's closest to my heart, my druid, because he's my oldest, I would immediately turn into a kitty cat and chase my tail. That's what I would do. So, in addition to our answers, I've been doing this thing where I like to ask the question in either Raid General Chat or trade chat. So I said, anyway, none of this will matter once we're famous singers. And somebody just said hi to that, and I don't know what we were going on about. But then I said, if you woke up tomorrow and you had been sucked into WoW, what is the first thing you would do? Dr. Bruce says die. Blackjack says you. Scoobsyo says look at my dragon cock. Picklehammer says log out. Lesnar says Goldshire. Zur says turn into a cat. Immunization says hi TB screenshot. Sup Immune, how you doing? Cider Shot says Stormwind Tram. Alistra says kill an alliance. Fuzzinator, great name, says Goldshire Moonguard. Salriz says go back to bed. Lenin Chan says fuck a Draenei. Oh my goodness. And Blackjack decided to weigh in again, and he said Goldshire would be a fantasy STD haven. Which makes me wonder then about Aaron's answer. I feel like the STDs would all be fatal. Every single one of them. You'd get like, let's see, you'd get like, I don't know,
Centaur pot.
Fell syphilis or some shit if you fuck a demon.
Wait, did Immune actually respond to that shit?
Yeah, he said hi TB screenshot. I didn't even notice it at the time, but I did when I was putting all this together.
Well, you have to put that on the Instagram now.
Oh, definitely I'll have to. That's amazing.
Oh my god.
So we have a new question for next week, and I'm actually kind of excited about this one because from the moment the evokers were announced, we started wondering, are they ever going to open them up to other races or other classes rather? The dracthyr, not the evokers. And so I want to know, what other classes do you think would work with the dracthyr? And you know, there's definitely some that would not. Like, it would not make sense to have a Death Knight dracthyr. It wouldn't make sense to have a Demon Hunter dracthyr. So, I want to know what you guys think. Or if you don't want to go through all of them, you can say even just one that you would want or something like that. You can answer that on our Twitter. You can answer our Twitter and TikTok and Instagram and Hive. You can answer all those there at ThrallsBallsPod. You can answer an email by emailing thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. And you can answer in Discord by going to thrallsballs.com. It'll just shoot you right into the server. Okay, so I've got some trivia questions for you guys, and I don't have a bumper for it, so instead I'm going to do this.
Patty pudding.
And then this. Please don't hit us with the MCA. So how this is going to work is I'm going to have each of you DM me your answers to this, and we're going to do it the same way we've been doing it. If you get an 80% or higher, there are 10 questions, so 8 out of 10 correct, you will be the head of the class and eater of ass. If you tie, I will have to come up with a tiebreaker question that I have not thought of. But we'll cross that bridge.
So we have to DM you on Discord, right? Our answers?
Right. And
okay.
Unfortunately, I accidentally sent you the questions with the answers on them. So I'm just going to trust that you didn't look at them and you don't remember them.
I actually didn't. I just put together my show notes and I didn't even see yours.
So, question the first. How do you obtain the green proto-drake mount? Okay, so 2 of the 3 of you got that correctly. You get an egg in Sholazar Basin, and I couldn't remember how you get the egg, and Gershom, you actually gave me more information than I was looking for. You get the egg from Murlocs, apparently, and you raise the egg a little bit. Khell, I appreciate that you're proving you didn't look at the answers. You said kill a green proto-drake elite, which would make sense, but
I've no clue.
Yeah. So the score now stands. I need to keep track of this. The score now stands at Bent and Gershom each have 1. Khell has none. All right, second question. In Vanilla WoW, in which raid and the fight, which fight, could a player receive the corrupted Ashbringer? Okay, so I'm gonna give it to all of you, even though Khell did not guess the fight. It is Naxxramas, and the fight is the Four Horsemen. So, hey, you each get a point. All right, third question. Said corrupted Ashbringer triggers a script for a unique event. In which dungeon did that event take place? All right, 2 of the 3 of you got that one correctly. The dungeon was Scarlet Monastery. So, let me just adjust the points here. So, Bent pulled ahead in that one. The score stands 3-2 in favor of Bent.
Well, these ain't easy questions.
Oh yeah, I want to hang on to my Eater of Ass title. Fourth question. In the Burning Crusade, specifically the Sunwell, what mount does Kill Jaden drop?
You got me sweating here.
All right,
Yeah,
Gershom.
I do not remember Kill Jaden ever dropping a mount.
There
Unless
you
it's
go.
like
That's the answer. This is a trick fucking question. You gave the answer. Everybody guessed. Everybody answered correctly. I'm giving all of you a point for that.
I was gonna say.
It was a trick question. Like, in fact, 2 of you.
I thought he was worried about Kel'Thalas, and I was like, I
Okay,
have
now
both those
3
mounts.
of you. Now
Yeah.
3 of you are like, we're like, don't you mean Kel'Thas? I'm not talking about the pretty bird. I'm talking about the non-existent mount. It was a test, or trick question rather. Question 5. What is the name of the gigantic mechanical creature that wanders around Hellfire Peninsula, ready to squish the hell out of you?
Oh, I still have nightmares about this damn thing.
Fucking pissed me
I have
off.
actually had a dream where this motherfucker showed up in my house. That is so sad.
All right, you
Oh,
all
no.
got it. It's
That-
the Fell Reaver.
That is a great memory when you're in Burning Crusade for the first time and you heard that from behind.
Roar, like, oh my god, that howling noise.
And you just,
Yeah, it was
my
so bad.
camera just spun around looking like, what was that?
Where is it?
You know
Oh
what?
god.
You remember the one that was like bigger and scarier in Legion?
Was
and
it
before
bigger?
Yeah, there's one in Legion that like wanders around a little bit, but it makes like the same noise. And I didn't know it was there, and I was like, oh, let me come out of the quest area, and it's like rare, and it makes the noise, and I'm like, what the fuck? And there's one in Legion too.
Where is it? I don't remember. I think I
By
remember
like
what
the
you're.
Crocodile Hovel, I think if you run out of the Crocodile Hovel and you run down like up and down the path to like get to
Oh.
places, yeah, there's like a big like orange and black one.
That's
and it
right.
makes yeah,
But it has a shorter path. It's easier to dodge.
yeah, and you can hide too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we are on to our next question. Question 6. What was the level cap back in Cataclysm? I feel like this one's a bit of a softball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Gershom. I'm so sorry. I think you might have fat fingered that though. The answer is 85. Was that a fat finger? I trust you to be honest.
No, it was not a fat finger. I just fucked him.
Okay. All right. So the answer was 85, and I specifically picked Cataclysm because it was the only one that didn't end in a 0. Okay. So adjusting points because Bent and Khell got it. 1 second. All right. I have a couple questions in mind if we need a tiebreaker, but it's not looking like we will. Where we go? Okay. In which zone would you find Blade Spire Hold? This might be a tough one.
I think that's the name.
Bent just pointed out to me there are technically 2 answers to this. So either answer of those 2 will be acceptable. Okay. Everybody got that. It was either Blade's Edge Mountains, which is what I had been thinking of, but also I think it was called Citadel, but same fucking thing. In Frostfire Ridge in Warlords of Draenor, it was in there. So I'm giving everybody a point here. So far, Bent is fucking 7 out of 7 here. I might be unseated.
Smart.
He has to get the next 3 wrong, which I think he's gonna ace the next one. He has to get the next 3 wrong for me to fucking maintain my title. Okay, question number 8. What is the name of the Evoker's Bloodlust spell?
Oh, jeez.
Really? Fuck.
Fuck. I just saw Ben's answer. I've been unseated.
They're all bloodlust to me.
Oh my god. Yes. Khell, you just gave me the fucking episode title.
I have no clue. They're all just,
right.
Even Time Warp's bloodlust to me.
Bent is actually the only one who got that right. It is Fury of the Aspect. And Khell, I want to read Kell's answer. He said Dragon Lust.
Close.
And I fucking love that. That's the title of the episode.
I can't believe it was Fury of the Aspects. I said Power of the Aspects.
You were so
that's
close.
it. I couldn't. Oh my god.
I don't think I can give it to you. I want to, but I don't think I can.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I was just frustrated with myself because I was like, so close.
So close. Okay. Question the 9th. I have been unseated so far. However, there are 2 questions left, and Khell is at 6 out of 10. Gershom, unfortunately, you're too far behind, but you can still have fun and see how well you can do. Khell could become the first guest to become head of the class and eater of ass. So, question 9. What mount does Malygos drop in Eye of Eternity?
I think I was farming this.
All 3 of you nailed that. It is the Azure Drake. See, I thought it would be a bit of a trick, because I thought, oh, for sure somebody's going to say Blue Drake. But no, it is the Azure Drake.
There is a Blue Drake, too. But
There is.
I don't think it comes from Malygos. I have the Azure Drake.
I have the Blue Drake. You get it in Oculus, I think. The dungeon. I don't remember. I'm starting to think Bent might be just looking at the answers, though. I'm
I'm not. These questions are pretty easy.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Go screw yourself, Steve.
I spent a whole 5 minutes on this, man. Closer to
I would
10.
say the hardest was the Ashbringer one, where
Come on.
the place it brings you to.
Yeah.
Aww.
Okay, this might be an easy question for anybody who's ever played a druid as a main, but the last question. Before Legion, the closest thing the druids had to a class hall was a specific zone. What is the name of this zone? Let me finish the question. You're a softball.
That's the softball one.
I hope I'm not just...
Okay. Motherfuckers. Yes, it's Moonblade.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
So let me tally up the points here.
Gershom is a loser.
Well, hang on. I have one more question. And I'm calling this a wager question. So, Bent, you have 10 points. Gershom, you have 7. Khell, you have 8. You can pick how many points you want to wager on this next question I ask. If you get it right, you get twice that many points. So, like, let's say Gershom, you wager 4, you'll get 8 points. Yeah, that's.
Well, we can't announce the wagers.
It's like Final Jeopardy.
Yeah, we can't tell the wagers though. We have to message Woolly what we're gonna do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So each of you
and then
send
he
me...
has to say the question.
Right. I'm gonna say the question first, and then first I want you guys to send me your wagers and your guess. Give me 1 second. All right.
I thought I sucked, but 7 behind 10 isn't that terrible.
Okay, this is a two-parter question. You have to nail both answers.
Will you get half the points? Is it a wash if you get half of it right?
It is a total wash if you only
Nope.
get half of it.
You have to have both, I guess.
You have to have both to get the points. So, three-part question, actually. Nope, that wouldn't work. 2 parts only. The time-lost proto-drake. How do you get the time-lost proto-drake, and what zone do you get the time-lost proto-drake from? So first send me your wagers, and then your guesses. This could totally shake up the points. On my screen, none of you are typing. That's... Is this question harder than I thought it was?
Might have them confused, but we'll take a shot.
Gershom, I'm uncertain how many you're wagering on that answer.
200.
You can only wager however many points you already have.
What do I have?
You have 7.
Okay, 7 then. I guess. Why not?
Okay, so the answer, and Bent got this right, is you go to Storm Peaks in Northrend, and there is an extremely rare mob called the Time Lost Proto-Drake. You kill that, you get the mount.
Do you have this? You're not a mount guy.
No, I don't. I just remember people bitching about it when I used to play Wrath of the Lich King.
Okay.
I think it
Let me
spawns like
tell
every
ya.
3 days or 4 days. It's
Some
really,
shit.
really hard.
It's ridiculous. So that makes Bent the unquestionable winner of this trivia. But the closest I've ever gotten to getting this mount is I was in Storm Peak specifically to look for it. I was running an add-on called NPC Scan, and it dinged. So I'm running around trying to find it. Found it. A fucking gnome was already killing it and had tagged it. It was too late for me. Bastard.
Close.
Well, Bent, I guess you have unseated me. You are now the unquestionable head of the class and eater of ass. Do you have anything you would like to say to the public in your new title?
Eat my ass.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, before we get on going, Khell, you're not really a big follow me on this kind of guy, but if you have anything to plug, go right ahead.
I'm on Twitter. Just Khell at Cynical Canuck. Other than that, I just we have collected company guilds on Proudmoore and Thrall. Just trying to grow ever so small. We don't want to explode, but if anyone wants to look us up in game and come hang out, by all means.
Yeah, and we could certainly use a little more activity on the Alliance Guild. Guild chat is not a lot going on there. Anyway, final thoughts. My final thought is I'm pissed off that I don't have the Time Lost Proto-Drake. Bent, what is your final thought?
Give me a rim job.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I shouldn't have asked. Gershom, what's your final thought?
I know a little bit about butt plugs.
What the fuck? Okay. Are they butterfly
Ernie.
shaped?
Those Bert and Ernie toys were not butt plugs. You should burn them.
They're green, like fucking Jay said. Yeah, they're green. Yep.
We need
Green.
a Thrall's Balls butt plug.
Yes.
And like it's got 2 dangly balls hanging off the end of it. Like
That sounds like a plan.
we need it. Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? Sometimes I listen to the shit we say and I'm like, why? Why did we say that? Khell, what's your final thought?
Since I'm sitting in a big pile of them right now, I'm going to just say that Magic the Gathering is the best card game ever created, and you can fight me if you disagree.
Pokemon,
I
bro.
can't wait to talk to you about Magic, Khell. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna text you so much.
I am joking when I say Pokemon, bro, because I never really played the card game properly. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get on out of here. You can follow us on Twitter. I am at Woolly08, and that is the same on Hive and on TikTok. My Instagram is a personal Instagram, so I'm not, open it up there. At Hunter Gershom on Twitter, at Bentolas_outlaw, at ThrallsBallsPod. You can find us there. We are also on Instagram, Hive, and TikTok at ThrallsBallsPod. You can email us at thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. You can submit a review in the podcast directory at bonusroll.gg, or you can even go ahead and join us in the fun on Discord by going to thrallsballs.com. Bye, everybody.
Bye, sweet nerds. We love you.